I will basically head out my front door and head up towards the chasms on the Radna Foylan, which is
Well,
the way of
you're
the
in
Gull.
Craignish area, aren't you?
I'm
So
in
it's so
Craignish.
beautiful anyway. But starting there, yeah.
Starting there, head up to the chasms and start heading, north on the kind of anti-clockwise route of the coastal path of the Isle of Man. And day by day, just keep walking. So I plan to do roughly 20, 25 miles a day. Camp out under the stars, as you mentioned. Eat food off camping stove, things like that. Wash in the sea, possibly. Might find some showers along the way. But yeah, and then the plan is to kind of do it in 4 to 5 days. But if it takes longer, then I'm not kind of under any time constraint to do it.
It's more about completing the coastal path.
Yeah. And if I have to drag myself over the final line at the chasms in 4 or 5 days after, then yeah, I'll do
So
that.
because you're going to be camping, does that mean you're going to have to carry kit with you as well?
Yeah, so full pack. I mean, I've got it. I went out on a kind of trial training hike at the weekend. I did the Millennium Way, so it's kind of Ramsey Sky Hill down to Castletown, 25, 26 miles. It's quite brutal, but I had full pack on as well. And I'm sure it was hot on Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to kind of lighten it a little bit more, which means not taking things like deodorant or extra so many pairs of clothes and things like that. This is probably why you've decided to do it in the studio rather than meeting me out on the walk.
It is a bit of a concern because you said you'd like people to join you, but now they've heard that they probably won't join you, Jimmy.
They can walk, a little couple of yards behind or maybe in front, depending on the way the wind's blowing. But yeah,
it's brilliant weather so far to do it. Fingers crossed. I think it's looking pretty good for next week. Would any particular weather put you off it though? If massive storms came in, would you still go ahead?
I'd still go ahead. Obviously I want it to be dry and warmish as well. Don't want to be super hot like it has been, but even if that is, I'm not bothered. I was thinking back when I planned to do it, I was like, weather permitting. Now I've set the 14th. I'm going by hook or by crook. That is it. That's the date. I've got camping gear. If I need to hang it over my back during the day to dry it out, then so be it.
I mean, surely that's half of the reason you're doing it is because it's a challenge anyway. So if weather comes in, I mean, what are some of the most difficult bits of the course going to be?
So the most difficult parts will probably be between Yarble and kind of Port Erin. So that'll be towards the end of it, which is kind of weird that I've put it right at the end of it rather than the other way around. So coming up like Cronkney Lay. And then back down to Fleshick. So from the Yarble up there, it's brutal. I've done it the other way. I haven't done it that way. So So it'll be remains to be seen what it's like, especially after I've already walked for 3 days at that point.
Yeah.
The other part will be probably the airs down to Derby as well, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful white sands. But I'm guessing that could get quite a bit boring after a while of like 8 hours of just sea sand and walking on the sand as well. So.
Yeah, but I'm presuming, are you going to bring a camera with you? Because you can take photos of all these things to distract yourself.
Yeah, I definitely taking the camera with me, without a doubt. I mean, even having my phone as well, but I'll take the camera. So yeah, I will be doing that. I mean, I've got, and I don't mean to hijack the show, but I do have another exhibition starting down in Erin Arts Centre, and that starts when I get back. So the plan is to take lots of pictures on the route, and then have them printed. So they'll be kind of exclusive in a way. No one will have seen them. Because I have a tendency, as soon as I take a picture, to just post it. And it's like, should have kept that
Now
back.
they won't come to the exhibition.
Exactly.
But they will this time.
Yeah, so they'll be all like, you need to come along and see it. So that's
to see a coastal walk battered Jimmy with all of his photos of the route. And yeah, that sounds fabulous. And of course, it is raising money for Motivate, as we said before. So how can people support you?
Well, by the simplest way of supporting is just to kind of wish me well, and obviously if they want to come out and join me on the walk, then they're more than welcome to do that. But monetary wise, I've got a Just Giving page set up, which you can find on Jimmy Thistle Photo, Recovery Jimmy on Instagram, or Jimmy Thistle on Facebook. But Just Giving, I think it's / and then Jimmy's Coastal Walk. That should lead you to it as well.
And you've already surpassed your target, which is great, but we want more for Motivate.
Yeah. I mean, I put 500 because I'm just one guy, and that to me would be an amazing help towards Motivate, but I've already doubled that and then some. So thank you to everyone that has donated so far. I thought a lot of people would wait and see if I did it first. you know, see if I fail.
Has he achieved?
But now it makes me accountable. There's like, I've really got to do this now.
Yeah.
You know,
No pressure, Jimmy, but there's lots of pressure on you.
Yeah, exactly.